Hello, my dear friend. I hope you are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe it. Press the bell icon. Hit the like button also. Friends, today I am going to start very good series for your competitive exam, especially for the mains examination. As you know, our newspaper plays a significant role in our preparation. If you are preparing for the class 1 job, then you have to write down your essay paper or the mains examination. Without the help of the newspaper, you can't crack this exam. And UPSC exam just about the writing, because preliminary is a such type of stage you have to cross. That is for the screening. After screening, if you want to selection in UPSC and all state PCS examination, you have to write so much about the topics. Let's get started, beginning with the first article of the day. That is called Teenager Pregnancies Pose a Challenge in the Rajasthan area. The context of this article: amid the high prevalence of the child marriage, means there are child marriage prevalent in the Rajasthan area. Amid means in between, there is a crisis of the reproduction issue, like teenagers are not able to get pregnant due to some health hazard or due to some health issue. The details of this article is that near about the one third of the girl got married in Rajasthan below the age of the 18. Means only two-third girls are remaining or get married after the age of the 18. But till the time of the 18, near about one-third of the girl get married, and out of them 6.3% get pregnant between the age of the 15 to 19. Means below the 19 they are getting pregnant, near about the 6.3% girl, and they are facing challenge in the field of the sexual and reproductive health. Means due to their reproductive health they are facing issues, and this is due to structural poverty. Means the people who are belonging to the poor caste, that's why they are having health issue, and some social discrimination, because you might find so many like discrimination on the caste basis is prevalent in the rural area. That's why they are facing health issue also, and regressive social norms. Means they are for the persistenting, means they are the for the pester the lower grade or lower caste of the people. Inadequate education and early marriage, childbearing also the cause of the health issue and reproductive issue. What is the way forward? How we can eliminate such type of devils from the our society? A study says that every 100% 100 rupees spent on meeting the unmet needs of the adolescent, there will be return of the approximately 300 rupee in terms of the healthcare cost saves. That is saying that if you will spend, means government will spend 100 rupees on the health of the poor people, definitely they will save 300 rupees per person approximately. Means otherwise their health system would be in the crisis, and they have to invest near about the 300 rupees per person. So that we should create take a preventive measures, not curative measures. Means we have to stop the disease first instance itself. It indicates a very high potential for gains in the health and economic gains for the intervention. Means if government is trying to intervene between the health issue, then definitely it would be propitious for the local people, and the government can save their expenditure, state expenditure. If government would do this, then it can prevent 1.4 lakh unwanted pregnancy, and it can avoid it can avoid so many health gains, and near about the 14,000 unsafe abortion can prevent, and 7,000 infant and 300 pregnant women between the 21 to 25. Means government will invest rupees in the 5 year, then they will avoid or avert near about the 1.5 lakh, means lagbhag 1.5 lakh unwanted pregnancies and 1.5 lakh unwanted births, and it can save up to the 14,000 girls life, and near about the infants' lives and 7,000 infant lives, and it can save up to 300 pregnant women life. Data is for the reference, and you can utilize this data for your essay paper and the mains paper. And you can also mention this key finding, like if a government will invest near about the 1 rupee in weekly basis for the iron and folic acid tablet, then it would save near about the 2 to 20 rupee in terms of averted productivity loss in adolescence. Otherwise they will face issue regarding reproductive system, and they have to invest near about the 2 to 20 rupee for the protection of themselves. And adolescent comprises near about the 23% of the Rajasthan area. Means they are the adolescent, and it contains a very huge amount in their demographic dividend, and this demographic dividend can be utilized for the higher health generation in the society. Let's go to the next article about the international relationship, and that can be propitious for the GS2 paper related. Here the article about the Sri Lankan fishermen seeks Indian action over dispute. Sri Lankan fishermen are asking or seek very like legal sanctity from the Indian constitution, and they are wanting interventions of the Indian judiciary system and Indian government, because you might have known this fact. There are issue between the Indian fishermen and Sri Lankan fishermen since like so many years. And context of the article is that Sri Lankan northern fishermen, means the northern area, generally the Sinai Peninsula, we are saying that the upper portion or northern portion of the Sri Lanka, fishermen want the authorities in India and Sri Lanka to urgently step up action to resolve the long persisting conflict in the Pak Strait, that is called Pak Strait, between the India and Sri Lanka area. An issue is that the Sri Lankan fishermen have pointed to the perils of the bottom trawling. Means the Sri Lankan fishermen are accusing the Indian fishermen they are trolling with their big trawlers on the bottom, like from the seabed they are trolling their trawlers, and they are catching so much fishes over there, and that can be detrimental for the livelihoods of the Sri Lankan fishermen, because they are not having enough amount of money along with them so that they can buy big trawlers for the fishings, because they are having small equipments, and already the Indian fishermen are going there and they are extracting maximum fishes over there, and they are not finding afterwards so much fishes for their livelihood. That's why they are in the apprehension. The Sri Lankan fishermen are accusing the Indians. We don't know this is the fact or this is the accusation, but Sri Lankan fishermen are saying that only, and the Indian fishermen are saying we are the not sole culprits for this, and we are not doing such type of activity, because this is the general fact that one person will accuse the accusation over others, and definitely another person and another side will defy themselves or defy their allegations. And the Fishermen's Association also sought compensation from the Indian authority. They are wanting or they are seeking compensation from the Indian government and Indian authority, and having braved the civil war. You might have known this fact. Near about the 1990, there was a civil war in the Sri Lankan area. That was the between the migrant people of the Indian, like especially Tamil Nadu people, and their LTT organization. And disposition that they come with the northern fishermen have been struggling to rebuild their livelihood and post wars. Means they are finding difficulties for their livelihoods, because they are accusing the Indian fishermen are like extracting the maximum fishes over there. The ongoing conflict with the Indian fishermen, mostly from the Tamil Nadu area, is Ramantapuram and Naganipattam district, Nagapattinam district and Ramantapuram, has severely impacted the revival of their livelihoods. However, on the other side, the reports of the Tamil Nadu fishermen being attacked at sea allegedly by their Sri Lankan counterparts have surfaced, and Indian government and Indian fishermen are saying that most of our fishermen attacked by the Sri Lankan Navy, and that can be hazardous for our lives. Tamil Nadu has repeatedly accused the Sri Lankan Navy of attacking and killing of its fishermen in the Pak Strait. And situation on ground, the reality is that the plan to keep the fishermen from the Tamil Nadu for home resorting the exploiting the remaining fishery resources on Sri Lankan side by replacing their trawlers with the deep sea fishing vessels has not really taken off. The issue is that the Sri Lankan fishermen is saying that government is not taking initiative taken back by the big trawlers of the Indian fishermen, and there are have been no breakthrough, means there are impediment between the resolvement and nothing like fruitful thing is coming out from the discussions. The sticking point means where the both the parties are sticking, they are not resolving their issue, has been differing approach the being suggested from the both sides, because each suggestion they are saying that Indian government should take out the fishermen from the big trawlers, and our Indian fishermen are saying to the Sri Lankan fishermen, and they are accusing that Sri Lankan Navy are killing our fishermen. Should be a provision of the joint patrolling, means Sri Lankan Navy and Indian Navy should do their patrolling as per their terms, and Indian side want to more gradual phase out period, means Indian fishermen are or government wanting that we should like come to the conclusion after some period, because give us some time to resolve this issue. And political leaders in Tamil Nadu rarely acknowledge that the state fishermen contribute immensely to the problem by crossing territorial waters. Means Tamil Nadu government leaders and are saying that we are not crossing the area, and this is the only Sri Lankan who coming here in the international water, and they are killing our fishermen. And the comprehensive solution one that severely curtail unauthorized fishing. We should curtail, means unauthorized fishing we should curtail, and there should be a particular solution would be there, means permit license Indian fishermen. The fishermen who got license from the India or Sri Lanka, they should be permitted to do all the fishings there, and up to 5 nautical miles to each area, and vice versa. This is the precedent to the 96 boundary agreement, which is allowed license to Sri Lankan fishermen to fish in the Wedge Bank. Wedge Bank is a fertile fishing ground located near Kanyakumari for a period of 3 years. That is the agreement of the 1967, and that they provided or they give permission to the fishing for the 5 nautical mile each other area. And poaching and trolling further limited days, the time frame and location for the fishing, immediate end to the bottom trolling. We should end the bottom trolling, even that can be detrimental for the marine ecosystem also, because due to this bottom trolling we can extract maximum marine ecosystem like small crustaceans and all the like corals, we can damage their ecosystem, and that can be detrimental for the further their generation or inheritance. And even like our government is saying that the main culprit of the big trawler owner, because they are not the fishermen, they are giving lease or rent to the local fishermen, and they are extracting, and maximum benefit is taking out by the big trawler owner. And Sri Lankan government is saying that our Indian government should take out or take back the trawlers, so that the activity would not happen in the future, and we should resolve this issue in the Park Bay, so that the peace can be maintained in the area. That is all for today. And friends, if you are having issue, then please let me know in the comment box. And it is very difficult to cover whole newspaper within this stipulated timing, and whatever I am providing here, that is the precise study, means you will get so much things over here. And please share my video and support my video, so that I can be motivated by your comments and likes. Thanks for watching. Bye.